don't know if I'm gonna catch any more or not, but I got down here this morning about 20 minutes ago, and they were catching them out there past the wall on topwater lures, cotton cordales, Lunami, salt and topwater bait. So I attached what we call a launcher. It is what it is, it's a launcher. And what this does, it's got 2 3/4, I think it's 2 3/8 ounce weight on the bottom here, and lets you get a soft plastic further out than it normally would be able to get to. So I just cast it out there a couple of times, got lucky and hooked up, so I'm going to try to show some more of this style of fishing if it's possible. Hopefully the bite stays strong. If it does, then I should do pretty good. But knowing these fish as we know them, they can be fickle. They can shut down. There's nothing I can do about it, but they're out there right now, decent numbers, and so I thought I'd go ahead and give this a shot. Just like when I use my regular rods and stuff, I got a tactical angler's clip, 50-pound version, 1/4 ounce jig head, mushroom shape, with a modified, because I've bitten part of the top off of Lunker City's 4.5 inch Sluggo, pearl color. I got about a 3.5 to 4 foot leader, 30 pounds, and I've got the launcher tied directly to my 30 pound braid, 8 pound diameter, 30 pound strength, and this is the Mustad brand from Walmart, 200 yards for 12 bucks. Can't beat it. This is my 2nd year using it. Same spool as last year. It does fine. Hopefully it does give me another year. I got a 10-foot Daiwa Endcast surf rod with a Daiwa Endcast Sport 4500 reel. Hopefully there's still some out there to catch. Just the water, I'll start retrieving, bouncing my rod. It makes a little bit of turbulence in the water as it comes forward. I pause periodically, hoping something will grab it. There we go, fish on, folks, fish on. That's what I'm talking about right there, fish on. Now the hard part's gonna be getting him all the way in here. But you see that this method does work. I got a 1/4 ounce jig with a 4.5 inch Lunker City Sluggo, and with that launcher I'm able to get out past that wall where these fish are. Getting them back in is not the easiest sometimes, but if they stay smaller like this one here is, I should be okay. If I get a big one, I'm gonna have to go down river and chase them. Hope you guys can see this before I lose it. Pretty nice in there. Use the current to lift him up. There we go. Quick release. Yes, sir. What's on, man? Let's these over here.
Bring me no fish.
Yeah. As you can see, it's a pretty decent one. Maybe 4 pounds, maybe 5. But it's fun. All right. I'm from Ironton. Yeah. Oh, daggone it. Huh? They have in the past. I mean, I don't know about today. There we go. Fish on, folks. Fish on. Oh, yeah. Fish on, folks. That time I just let it stay out there in the turbulent. Let the water do all the work for me. Got lucky and got me a strike and hook up here. The bite is definitely slowing down, but I'm hoping to get a couple more because this is fun. It's another fun way of doing it. Not the big, oh, quick release. Not the biggest, but definitely fun. Not the biggest, but definitely fun. One more thing I wanted to show you guys. Yesterday, because today is June, oh man. Today is June 17th. Yesterday I did my normal conditions report, and I showed you where the dam had, the tailwaters had risen and they had dropped. With the rise, it was around 3 feet, and then it dropped around 3 feet, and this was yesterday, okay? So I want you guys to see this. I'm hoping I got this right. This was yesterday morning I'm hoping I got this right for you guys. But this was yesterday morning when I made that conditions video. And as you can see, the previous day it had risen. Okay, a couple of days previous, I should say, it had risen and then fallen in a 2-day period, day and a half, 2-day period. Okay, we got no rain locally, but the area around us, the region, got rain. And you can see that yesterday after I made that report, it spiked and it rose another 4 feet, and it's just now starting its crest. So I guess I want to emphasize this just to show how quickly these tailwaters can change, and the fishing can change just as quickly. We're at about 17.88 right now, so it's cresting and it'll start dropping here shortly, but it made it over 18 feet, and it was around 13 feet yesterday when I made that report. 13 and a half, 14 feet, so that's a lot of rise, and that too will affect the fishing. But I just want you to, I needed to make a point that from 1 minute to the next, these tailwater conditions can change positively or negatively and have a major effect on your day. So just keep that in mind. And in a previous video, I highlighted some of these websites that I use to determine whether I'm going to come fishing or not. So I'm going to leave the links to the bottom of this video again and urge you guys to take a look at them, familiarize yourself with them, and try to help figure out whether you want to come down or not. I give a conditions report. Sometimes it'll be the same for the next 2-3 days. And as you saw yesterday, within a few hours, the water started rising and the whole thing was totally different. I just wanted to make that point to you, highlight it, because when I made the report yesterday, there was nowhere near any water there. The water was down a few feet from the top of that, and as you can see now, it's got it wet. But luckily, it's cresting. I'm guessing by this evening, it should be off of there. So maybe folks can still utilize it Saturday night and Sunday. All right, folks. Not very many catches at all, but I hope you enjoyed this different way of fishing. Most of the guys that fish down here already use this method a lot. Maybe there's one or two out there that has never tried it. If you've never tried the launcher, try and get you one, learn how to use it. And the idea is to make these leaders different lengths. One day they may want a 3-foot leader, the next day 1.5, one day 4 to 5 foot. So don't be afraid to experiment different ways with it. It's a great tool to utilize, get you out there further when you have soft and light lures to get out there with their, targeting and stuff. So, and the reason, real quick, the reason I've got this tape on here, 95% of the ones you see being used have some type of tape, because even though this wire is through all the way from the weight to the top of everything here, this foam is the weak point. And the very first one I bought, I didn't tape. Within, I don't know, a dozen casts, the foam split. And that's when I found out, I was told then, that the foam is the weak point. So a few strips of tape, you'll see some guys that tape from top to bottom. Just put a few strips on there to firm up and enforce the strength of your foam there. You're good to go. These things will last until you lose it somehow. They're a good tool to utilize though. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm hot and thirsty and hungry. I'm gonna go home and get me some food and some drinks in me and try another day, man. It was tough.